Yeah, it's on.
It's on?
It's on. Hi. This is incredible.
This is your favorite piece.
Is this the one that I commented on the internet?
Yes.
I thought
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
Well, I said it's embryonic.
Yeah.
This
Now I
is-
can see what you're talking about. Because like back then, I wasn't sure why I got so many likes. But now it grew on me. Now I can see the energy that it contains. This like the bottleneck contains better. I look at it every day, and I'm like, oh, now I see it. Now I see it.
I have lots of
Yeah.
favorite pieces. I love this. I love the white flower over there, with the red.
What?
The one on the invitation.
Oh, okay.
I call it a
Yeah.
flower. It's not a flower, but
Yeah.
I don't know what you call it, but
I call it red seeds. Yeah.
but to me, I have so many different favorites. This is one of them. I love that. I love all the scrolls that twist.
Yeah.
That twisting is just, to me, it's exquisite.
Because you see a lot more movements. Because you see the flow.
You see the flow, you see the movement, you see the energy, but also
Intertwined.
I experience the world primarily through my eyes. I can also experience the world with my eyes shut when it becomes about everything else because you're removing that sense.
Right.
But when I think of everything visual, when you see something start to twist and you go in a distance and look at it, and it looks like it's real. It has that optical illusion that makes it look like it's almost like a photograph or a piece of rope that you twisted. And I'm looking at that and thinking, this is my favorite thing, to just look at something that does this with my eyes.
Right. Well, to me, I sometimes I use the twist because like I believe that we are all connected and our lives interconnected, and so like the twist is also to me represents the matrix we live in. Yeah, it's very complicated.
Yeah.
So we find way out, and in the complex, matrix structures, like try to find a way out, try to figure things out in our life as we go on. So twist means to me like two things like that. We are all intertwined. We're not separate from each other. We are all in it as one big collective consciousness. We are co-creators. We're creating this reality together as one every moment.
I always think for me, if someone says, define art, people always say, well, it's hard to define, it's a social commentary, it can be beautiful, lots of different things. The one thing that always comes back for me is it's a shared dream. When you dream when you're asleep, you can't share it.
Right.
But when you create this, you can.
You share it. Yeah.
So it comes back to that collective subconscious.
Right. So this here, this bottleneck is like container that contains energy, the vital energy, the strong life energy. Like when you were in fetus in mom's womb, you look still because you have a limited environment. You can really move around much, but the life energy you've been building up for 9 months is there. It's condensed, so it's like this. It's like in a pressure cooker. It's like it's about to burst out. That beautiful energy. Very, very strong life energy. That vitality is what I'm trying to capture in this particular piece. Like, it's there. A lot of things going on, although it looks very still from outside. Like, I believe I see everything as energy, me, I look solid, but I am made of trillions of water and cells and particles, like constantly moving, constantly evolving. That's how I see everything. Even this like object looks dead, but it's like, to me, it's vibrating.
Yeah.
The energy is vibrating in the air. You know, for example, when you look at a solid rock, like it's just an object. Nobody thinks it's alive. It looks still dead to your eyes, but when you take it to the lab and then look at the exact same stone on the microscope, you'll be amazed to see, oh, there's a lot of movements.
Yeah.
A lot of movements. It's like alive. The particles.
It's interesting you're saying that because I saw, is it this one here? No, it's not this one. One of your celestial images looks like stars, and it looks like it's giving birth also at the same time. It has like a little slit opening.
Oh.
I can't remember which, it's one of these.
It's not here.
It's not here, but
Yeah.
it looks like a celestial system,
Right,
and then
right.
it looks like it's giving birth, and you're
Yeah,
thinking,
yeah.
that's really interesting. That's,
Well, people wanted to talk about life, birth, but they are so scared to talk about death. I often talk about how I want to die, when I want to die. When I do, people think I'm suicidal. But when I talk about how I want to live my life, how my birth was, and the people like very interested in the story. But every time I talk about the death, it's like people get upset, But to me, it's the same thing. Everything's happening at the present moment. Again,
Yeah.
I believe in reincarnation. So it is also yin and yang too. So there's no beginning or the end. It's just like when you draw a circle. Circle, by the way, I found it is the only absolute form you can find in nature. So
Right.
when you draw a circle, you come back where you started.
yeah.
So there's no point or end, a beginning or end point. So that's how I see life in a big cycle, and time.
Yeah.
To me, time is not linear. So I only focus on what I'm having right now at the present moment. So that's my present moment. Everything is happening at this moment. At the present moment, it's the only moment I can control. I cannot control what already happened in the past. I cannot control what is coming in the future. So this is, if I believe it, I am give my 100% right now. For what I'm doing or who I am with, I'll be happier tomorrow. Yeah, that's my policy, my philosophy, policy, everyday life.
How do you choose the colors?
I don't know. That's
just
a good
come to you.
question. I always start with black. But black is not just solid black. Black has 50, 60 different shades.
Yeah.
So black and white is a color to me. Not too many people, but to me, black and white is really intense color. And I feel comfortable working with. Or start with black. And I add blue or red, but I am very careful with using colors other than black. Blue, you see turquoise blue, because again, it's like this environment is old environment. So when you are in a mother's womb, you're floating in the water, and the water gives life and also cleanse you. It has healing power, very strong healing power.
I love water. I spend my life in water. this reminds me of my childhood because when I was growing up, we had a large apartment, and my father decorated in a Persian, Iranian style
Oh my God.
with a blue turquoise.
Yes.
And we had the entrance hall was large, it was a big house, and there was a blue turquoise fountain. And you put goldfish in there, and I would love, I mean, it was the size of a bathtub, but for me, I just wanted to go swimming in there, you know, so, and all my toys, anything I really liked, I put it in the water, you know. 2 years old, somebody gave me a violin, it went into the fountain.
Oh, no.
And so this color, you know, it reminds me of that, and then the inside part reminds me of the rest.